Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at update 1.09. This is the full patch notes. You know, this is the big update that we were all waiting for. It has tons of changes, tons of new content. And yeah, they didn't drop this until almost 10 p.m. on Monday the 10th, and they didn't release patch notes until almost midnight. So I'm recording this after midnight just to try to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. And I just want to say, if you guys are new around here, make sure you do go ahead and subscribe, as we are on the road to 1.2K, and I do post these patch notes videos every time that there is a new update, just because I want to keep you guys informed and up to date. And yeah, with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and get right into the patch notes. So right here, 1.09 title update, blackout audio and armor updates, multiplayer melee and specialist changes, zombie updates, Nuketown is now in custom games, ADS sensitivity, and more. So it's a huge update. So on December 11th, Operation Absolute Zero launches for free on PS4, including a new specialist and weapon in multiplayer, Blackout, the debut of Hijack, which is a returning map, and the ARAV vehicle in Blackout, which is pretty much a vehicle with a turret on the top. Also, all new features in zombies, our revamped black market, and much more. To set the stage, we've begun rolling out our new 1.09 title update a little early this week, starting on PS4 with other platforms to follow. So first up, multiplayer. We've added Nuketown custom games, improved melee and purifier reliability, reduced Titan effectiveness, so that's another Titan nerf. That's like, what, 3 to 4 nerfs now. Updated transition stages for diamond and dark matter camos, improved stability, and made several other quality of life updates to the game. Read on below for the full list. Next up, we've also made fundamental design changes to the map, audio, and armor in Blackout with this update, including adjustments to the SDM and Spitfire to better balance out the weapon classes, environmental changes to key destinations around the map, and more. See the Blackout section for our patch notes, and jump into the game to find out what's new across the entire Blackout map just in time for the holidays. And on here, our 1.09 update marks the launch of the first week of 3 new zombie features, with the addition of daily tier skip credits for zombies. With this update, zombie players can now earn a bonus black market tier by completing 15 rounds in one match of classic zombies. We've also implemented new high round fixes in zombies as we gear up for the more new content coming this week, as well as fixes for specific crashes that occur across each of our 4 current maps. This is our initial wave of fixes targeted at high round play and should result in a smoother zombie experience for all players. And then finally, a follow-up for our Blackout players in lower population regions, including parts of South America, South Africa, and the Middle East. We're currently directing players in these regions in rotating featured playlists to optimize matchmaking and reduce time in lobbies. We've heard your feedback, and we're continuously evaluating performance closely to provide the best possible play experience in our regions. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's actually go ahead and get into the core, like, actual patch notes. So this is pretty much a summary, Blackout map, visual, and environment. So we're not going to read all this, as we just read it up top. All right, so down through here, PS4 first. So we've made the following changes on PS4 in our 1.09 update, with Xbox One and PC to follow. So multiplayer, weapons, melee, increased melee detection range for melee weapons, including the bayonet and silhouette knife operator mods. Titan reduced ADS flinch mitigation also applies in Blackout and zombies. A specialist, the Prophet, got nerfed, so Prophet reduced Tempest ammo count from 14 to 10. Additional tuning to Tempest accuracy incoming soon. So they're probably going to nerf him because he was trash, and then they made him good. Now they're just going to make him trash again, most likely. So the Firebreak Purifier now more reliably connects with enemies. That's good, because that thing sometimes was just hot garbage. Seraph increased Annihilator earn rate. That's good, because you literally get her Annihilator like once a game. Gameplay, EKIA credit can now carry over after respawn when a player damages an enemy and dies before their teammate finishes the enemy off. EKIA credit will now clear after 5 seconds from last damage dealt. Custom games, added Nuketown to the custom map list, added gun game to the custom games mode list, added safeguard to the custom games mode list, addressed an issue in search and destroy custom games with high round limits ending after the 4th round. After that, we got score streaks. RCXD, address an issue that prevented activating a second RCXD after one was already used. The drone squadron start off round restriction timer is now applied to the drone squadron, so that is a nerf. Gunship, resolved an issue where some gunship shots could impact the gunship aircraft. I guess that's good. Challenges, You can read all these challenges yourself, as I do not care about challenges, but there it is right there. And also, I just want to say that the full patch notes are linked in the description below. You can check them out there if you just want to read them for yourself. After this, we have weapon camos. Modified requirements for diamond and dark matter active visual stages to transition every 5 kills, not only kills without dying. So, and not to reset on death. Okay, that's actually really good, because like you would get those camos and you would never be able to see like the max stages like ever. So here they're modifying requirements for diamond and a dark matter active visual stages to transition. So it's every 5 kills, not only kills without dying, and they do not reset on death. So pretty much what that means is that as long as you get 30 kills with that gun in the match, you're going to get max diamond or max dark matter, which is really good, because some people would grind to get those, and say they just weren't good enough to get that nuclear, then they were never going to see the maximum potential of their camo that they worked so hard to earn. After that, modified killathon reactive camo to activate visual stages every 5 kills, not only kills without dying, and not reset on death. So that's good as well. And then right here there is stability crashes and fixes, so you can read that. Miscellaneous, we will read this. Address an issue where players with diamond camo equipped could face different directions in third person. Address an issue where attempting to fire an empty weapon could leave the shot counter at 1, preventing the use of the mesh mine. Address an issue where the NVIR optic could cause the engineer perk to malfunction if the player switched between classes. And secondary weapons can now show in the specialist draft if no primary weapon is equipped. That's good, because I'm tired of seeing people just having their fist out in the pregame. After this, blackout. They've made a ton of changes to audio. We've made the changes below with the goal of creating more predictability around when a player can hear another player's footsteps, as well as pass or unrelated game audio that could significantly impact footsteps. We intend to perform additional tuning on unrelated gameplay audio that impacts the player's ability to hear other players moving in the world, details included. So right here, when players don't have a line of sight to another player, some of the sounds those players make using an audio filter, this player subtracts some of the lower frequencies, aka bass, to help create a distinction between players who are very close proximity to other players but not necessarily in the same structure. So pretty much, if a player's close to you, they're going to sound more heavier. If a player's further away, they're going to sound a little lighter. Changed levels to prevent situations that could make footsteps nearly inaudible, so that's good. Right through here, you can just read all this. Pretty much what they're saying is that audio has been fixed. Distances, rebalance the distances at which players can first hear someone approaching. And right through here, you can read this. Pretty much what all this is just straight audio. This right here is a big one though. So armor redesign. So armor is getting completely reworked. So right here it says armor has been completely overhauled in blackout. Our goals for these changes are to allow armor to survive multiple engagements and to reward players for taking out enemy and destroying the enemy's armor in the process. While coming out of engagement on the winning side feels good, it doesn't feel good to have your armor destroyed with each engagement. To find yourself as such, players find and use armor plates to repair damaged armor. So what's going to happen is that you get armor, you can repair the armor. Even if you killed someone, you can take their armor and then you can just repair it and reuse it. Right here, it's going to finish the sentence off with which are applied from your inventory on all platforms and from both the inventory or the quick equipped menu on consoles. It takes approximately 2 seconds to use an armor plate to repair a segment of damaged armor. One plate will repair a single armor pip. Regardless of the armor level, we will closely monitor the amount of available armor plates in the world and make adjustments quickly as needed. Details include armor plate locations in enemy death stashes after destroying the armor of an opponent, in equipment stashes, and more rarely on the ground as a lootable item. Durability. Armor durability has been increased, allowing armor to last longer through an engagement. Armor durability indicators have been updated to display individual pips of armor. And damage mitigation. The percent of damage that armor mitigates has not been changed. As we monitor how these changes to armor affect gameplay in Blackout, we will continue to evaluate damage mitigation values. After this is another thing, map changes. So overall, added seasonal changes to foliage and softer winter lighting across the entire map. Right here you can see that Hydro Dam was changed, Factory was changed, and Nuketown Island was changed along with map boundaries. And then right down through here, we're going to be reading the weapon balance. So this is a big one as well. The SDM is reduced damage. They're increasing ADS time in and out and increased recoil. So that's a all around the board nerf. After that's a Spitfire, and I know the Spitfire is probably one of my favorite weapons in Blackout, as it is just an absolute shred machine, and they reduce the damage and increase recoil, so an all-around nerf for that as well. And then General. So Smoke Trails, you can read that. Reloading, added a new option in the Blackout options menu to enable reloading by tapping the reload button rather than releasing the reload button. Zombies in Blackout, zombies will now have a chance to drop ammo when killed, so that's good. And then out through here, you can read zombies if you want to, but as I do not cover zombies on this channel, we are not going to read it. Down through here is another big one though. So General, character customization. Warpaints can now be equipped with outfits across different themes on the same specialist without having to own a corresponding outfit, so that's good. If you ever get a face paint, or what they're calling this game a war paint, and you don't have the corresponding outfit, you couldn't even view it or put it on, so now you can at least put it on. After that, character personalization menu updated to separate outfits from war paints with larger displays of items, so that's good because the little display is so small, it was ridiculous. After that, weapon camos, multiplayer and zombies, and reactive camos multiplayer obtained through the black market can now be equipped in the weapons personalization menu via the black market tab. Weapon reticles obtained through the black market can now be equipped in the reticle personalization menu via the black market tab. And Options Global added ADS sensitivity options for both high zoom optics and regular weapons, so that's good. And then Specialist HQ improved stability with Ajax's combat training mission. And then right here we have a don't miss our Treyarch Studio live stream at 12 noon PT to discuss all the new content coming along with Operation Absolute Zero, as well as our new multiplayer maps, Zombies Experience for Blackout pass holders. Tune in tomorrow, and then it gives you the link to be the first to get all the intel. So like I said, if you do want to check out these patch notes, you know, it will be the first link in the description. Go read them for yourself in case maybe I missed something that you wanted to hear about, or maybe if you want to hear about zombies. So you can go and check that out. My overall opinion of this is good. It's pretty much like a refresh of the game, especially with Blackout anyway. I think that they're trying to do a lot of things that Fortnite does, where, you know, every few months they're going to update the game, make it look a little different. And pretty much just keep it fresh, because I feel like that's the standard nowadays when it comes to especially battle royale games. It's like we want constant updates, you know, constant changes, maybe not weapon tuning changes, but like just constant changes, and like make it feel new, if that makes sense. Because especially with battle royale, it is the same thing over and over and over, and if nothing new is added, then it does get boring very, very quickly. That's why Fortnite has stayed pretty much the #1 game for so long, because they're very supportive of it, and they constantly push out updates, you know, big updates once every like 3 or so months, and then constant weekly updates. And I feel like that Treyarch is taking a step in the right direction with doing this, as long as they continue to update the Blackout map and then continue to do other things. So, and the other thing is that there are new weapons coming. So I don't think I mentioned that in here. So there are new weapons coming, and there are also 2 new maps coming. If you have not checked those out, go and check out Charlie Intel's Twitter. I will also have that linked in the description below. You can find the leaked maps there and the leaked weapons there. So if you want to go check those out, you can. And honestly, that's going to go and wrap up the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. And like I said, if you guys do want to stay up to date with everything that's happening on Call of Duty, with all of these, you know, updates and whatnot that they're pushing out every week, so it's pretty consistent, make sure you do go ahead and subscribe, as I do post these every week whenever they do release, and I try to keep you guys up to date as possible. So yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.